Los Angeles, California. The Egyptian Theater, Hollywood Boulevard, October 5, 1971, Tuesday evening, 7:30. The premiere of Dirty Harry, the film that will make Clint Eastwood an icon, turn him from a television actor into a movie star. Outside on Hollywood Boulevard, Klieg lights sweep the sky. Fans press against barricades. Press photographers crowd the red carpet. Inside the theater, everything is controlled chaos. VIP holding area. The backstage zone where stars wait before the screening. Where press interviews happen. Where studio executives huddle. Where the machinery of Hollywood operates behind closed doors. The VIP holding area is not glamorous. It is a converted storage room behind the main lobby, 40 feet by 30 feet. Concrete floor covered with red carpet remnants, walls painted flat black, folding tables with coffee and pastries, folding chairs arranged in clusters. A temporary curtain separates this space from the main lobby where the public waits. This is where actors prepare, where publicists brief, where last-minute coordination happens. Tonight there are maybe 30 people in this room. Studio executives, publicists, a few journalists doing quick interviews, Clint Eastwood's entourage, security personnel, everyone moving with purpose. Everyone has a role. Clint Eastwood is standing near the back wall, wearing a dark suit, white shirt, narrow tie, classic 1971 style. He is 41 years old, 6'4", 190 pounds. Lean, hard. He looks exactly like Harry Callahan, the character he plays in Dirty Harry, the film they are about to screen. A journalist from Variety is interviewing him, asking about the film, about the violence, about the character. Clint answers in his typical measured way, calm, direct, no wasted words. The journalist is recording on a small tape recorder, taking notes. This interview will run in tomorrow's edition. 20 feet away, near the entrance to the holding area, stands a man named Marcus Webb. He is 28 years old, 6'5", 380 pounds. Former NFL linebacker. Played 3 seasons for the Raiders. Knee injury ended his career. Now he works private security. High-end clients. Movie stars. Studio executives. Tonight is his 3rd day working for Clint Eastwood, hired by the studio. Not by Clint directly. The studio wants extra security for the premiere, wants to make sure no unauthorized people get backstage. Marcus takes his job seriously. Very seriously. He stands with his arms crossed, watching everyone who enters, checking credentials, verifying faces against a list the publicist gave him. Only approved people get past this point. Everyone else gets redirected. Marcus does not know much about martial arts, does not know martial arts movies, does not follow that world. He knows football, knows blocking, knows tackling, knows how to use his size. At 380 pounds, he is bigger than most people, stronger than most people. In his experience, size matters. Size intimidates. Size solves problems before they start. He has worked security for 6 months. Never had a real incident. Just loud fans. Drunk people. Easy to handle when you are 380 pounds and know how to move. Bruce Lee arrives at 7:45. He is wearing dark slacks and a black turtleneck, leather jacket. Simple. Understated. He is here as Clint's guest. They met 2 years ago through Steve McQueen. Became friends. Clint respects Bruce's work. Respects his philosophy. Invited Bruce to the premiere. Told him to come backstage. Skip the red carpet. Just come directly to the holding area. Bruce agreed. He is not here for publicity. Just here to support a friend. To see the film. Bruce enters through a side door, the stage door that leads directly to the backstage area. No red carpet. No photographers. Just a quiet entrance. He walks down a narrow hallway, concrete walls, exposed pipes, the unglamorous backbone of a theater. He reaches the curtain that separates the holding area from the backstage hallway, pushes it aside, steps through. Marcus sees him immediately. A small Asian man, 5'7", maybe 135 pounds, black turtleneck, no credentials visible, no badge, No pass. Marcus does not recognize him, does not know who he is. His instructions were clear. No one enters without credentials. No exceptions. He steps forward, blocks Bruce's path, says in a deep voice, "Sir, this area is restricted. Credentials only." Bruce stops, looks up at Marcus. The height difference is significant. Marcus is 10 inches taller, 245 pounds heavier. Bruce says calmly, "I am Bruce Lee. Clint Eastwood invited me. I am his guest." Marcus has not heard the name, does not recognize it, thinks this is what everyone says when they try to get backstage. Everyone claims to know the star. Everyone has an excuse. He says, "If you are on the list, I need to see identification. If you are not on the list, you need to leave." Bruce reaches for his wallet. Slowly, not wanting to escalate, Marcus tenses. His training from security work tells him to watch hands, watch movements. Bruce pulls out his California driver's license, hands it to Marcus. Marcus looks at it. Bruce Lee, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Los Angeles address. The license looks legitimate, but Marcus has seen fake IDs before. And even if this is Bruce Lee, that does not mean he is on the list. Marcus says, "Wait here. I will check the list." Marcus walks to the folding table where the publicist left the guest list. It is a clipboard, 2 pages, alphabetized. He scans for Lee, does not see it. Scans again. Still nothing. The list has 20 names. Actors, directors, studio executives, press, no Bruce Lee. Marcus walks back to where Bruce is standing, hands the license back, says, "You are not on the list. I cannot let you in. You need to exit through the stage door." Bruce says, "There must be a mistake. Clint invited me personally. Can you ask him?" Marcus shakes his head. "Mr. Eastwood is doing interviews. I cannot interrupt. If you want to contact him, you can go through his publicist tomorrow. Right now you need to leave." His tone is firm, final. He has made his decision. Bruce does not move, says, "I understand you are doing your job, but I am telling you Clint invited me. If you just tell him I am here, he will confirm." Marcus's patience is wearing thin. He has been polite, has explained the situation. This man is not leaving. Marcus steps closer, uses his size, looms over Bruce. Says, "Sir, I am asking you one more time. Leave now, or I will remove you." Bruce still does not move, says quietly, "I am not leaving. I am Clint's guest. You are making a mistake." That is it. Marcus has given warnings, has been professional. Now this small man is refusing a direct order. Marcus reaches out, grabs Bruce's collar with his right hand. Big hand, thick fingers. He grips the turtleneck, pulls Bruce toward him, says loudly, "You are trespassing. I am removing you." The room goes quiet. 30 people turn to look. Clint is still 20 feet away, mid-interview. He hears the commotion, looks over, sees Marcus, sees Bruce. His eyes widen. He starts to move toward them, but the journalist is still asking a question. Clint is caught, cannot just walk away mid-interview, can only watch. Bruce does not resist the grab, does not pull away, just stands. Marcus starts to drag him toward the exit. Bruce's left hand rises, touches Marcus's wrist. Where Marcus is gripping the collar, light contact. 2 fingers, pressure point. Marcus's grip involuntarily weakens. Not completely, just enough. Bruce's right hand moves, palm strike. Not to Marcus's face, to his solar plexus. Right below the sternum, precise point. Not hard, just enough. Marcus's diaphragm spasms. Air exits his lungs. All of it. He tries to inhale, cannot. His body betrays him. His grip on Bruce's collar releases completely. His hands go to his own chest, trying to breathe, trying to understand what just happened. He stumbles backward. 1 step, 2 steps. His balance is gone. His vision is narrowing. Panic setting in. The panic of not being able to breathe. Bruce does not press, does not strike again, just stands waiting. Watching. Marcus's knee buckles. He tries to stay upright, cannot, goes down on one knee, then both knees, then sits back on his heels, hands still on his chest, gasping, making small choking sounds. His face is red, then pale. 8 seconds from the grab to Marcus on the ground. The room is frozen. No one moves. 30 people staring, trying to process what they just saw. A 380-pound former NFL linebacker on the ground, brought down by a man half his size, with what looked like a gentle push. No visible violence, no dramatic movements, just contact, then collapse. Clint has seen enough. He interrupts the journalist mid-question, says, "Excuse me," walks quickly toward Bruce and Marcus. His publicist follows, asking what happened, what is going on. Clint ignores her, reaches Bruce, looks down at Marcus, who is still on the ground. Breathing is returning, slowly, painfully. Clint says to Bruce, "You okay?" Bruce nods. "I am fine. I tried to explain." He did not listen. Clint looks at Marcus, then at his publicist, says, "This is Bruce Lee, my guest. I invited him. Why was he not on the list?" The publicist looks at her clipboard, flustered, says, I have the list from the studio. Let me check." She scans, realizes, says, "Oh God, his name is on page 3. I only gave Marcus pages 1 and 2. She looks at Marcus, at Bruce, at Clint, mortified. Clint helps Marcus up. Marcus stands, unsteady, still trying to fully catch his breath. Clint says, "You just attacked my friend, my guest, because of a clerical error." Marcus looks at Bruce, at Clint, at the 30 people watching. His face shows confusion, shame, fear. He says, I was just doing my job. He was not on the list I had. I did not know." Clint says, "Your job is to check, to verify, to ask questions, not to put hands on people." He turns to the publicist, "Who hired him?" She says, "The studio, for extra security tonight." Clint says, "Tell the studio he is done. Off this event. Off any event I am associated with. Effective immediately." The publicist nods, pulls Marcus aside, speaks quietly. Marcus hands over his credential badge, walks toward the exit. Slowly, still unsteady, still processing. As he passes Bruce, he stops, says, "What did you do to me?" Bruce says, "I stopped you from removing me. You grabbed me." I responded, "I did not hurt you, just interrupted your breathing, temporarily." Marcus says, "I am 380 pounds. You are, what, 135? How?" Bruce says, "Size is not everything. Understanding the body is everything. You used force. I used precision. Your mass worked against you, made you confident, made you committed, made you vulnerable." Marcus stares, trying to understand, then nods slightly, leaves. The room slowly returns to normal. Conversations resume, but everyone is looking at Bruce, whispering, asking who he is, what just happened. Clint's publicist apologizes to Bruce multiple times, offers to get him anything. Coffee, water, a seat. Bruce declines politely, says he is fine, just wants to watch the film. Clint walks with Bruce to a quiet corner, away from the crowd, says, "I am sorry, that should not have happened." Bruce says, "You have nothing to apologize for. He was doing his job. He made a mistake. I corrected it. No one is seriously hurt." Clint says, "I saw what you did, saw how fast it was, how controlled. That was impressive." Bruce says, "He gave me no choice. He grabbed me, tried to remove me. I could have left, could have avoided the situation. But you invited me. I had a right to be here. I was not going to let someone take that away because they did not do their homework." Clint says, "Most people would have just left, avoided the confrontation." Bruce says, "I am not most people, and leaving would have taught him nothing. Now he knows, size is not enough. Authority is not enough. You need to be right, need to be sure." They watch the film together. Dirty Harry, Bruce enjoys it, tells Clint afterward that the action is realistic. The character is believable. The film will be huge. Clint appreciates the feedback, values Bruce's opinion. They talk about action choreography, about how to make violence look real on screen without being gratuitous, about the difference between what works in film versus what works in real life. The premiere ends at 10:30. Press interviews happen. Clint does the publicity circuit. Bruce slips out through the side door. No cameras, no attention. Just the way he prefers. As he walks to his car, the studio publicist catches up to him. Says the studio wants to apologize. Wants to make it right. Bruce says, no apology needed. Just make sure your security personnel know who they are supposed to protect and who they are supposed to let through. Marcus Webb never works another Hollywood event. Word spreads. The bodyguard who attacked Bruce Lee, who got dropped in 8 seconds, who made the mistake of thinking size equals capability. He goes back to private security, corporate events, warehouses, places where size still matters, where credentials are clear, where mistakes do not happen in front of 30 witnesses. Clint Eastwood tells the story privately, to close friends, to other actors. Never publicly, never for press, just in conversation. The night his bodyguard attacked Bruce Lee, the night he watched a 380-pound former linebacker get destroyed by a man half his size. The night he learned that what Bruce teaches is real, is effective, is not movie magic, is actual skill, actual mastery. Years later, when people ask Clint about Bruce Lee, he always says the same thing. Bruce was the real deal. I saw him handle a situation that would have gotten most people hurt. He did it without anger, without ego, just precision. That is mastery, not strength, not size, precision. The Egyptian theater premiere of Dirty Harry becomes a footnote in Hollywood history. The film is a massive success, launches Clint into superstardom. But for the 30 people who were in that VIP holding area on October 5, 1971, the premiere is remembered for something else. The night a studio mistake led to a confrontation. The night a bodyguard learned size is not enough. The night Bruce Lee demonstrated in 8 seconds what a lifetime of training produces. Not violence, control, not domination, precision. The difference between force and skill, between reacting and responding, between winning a fight and teaching a lesson.